Game 4 of the Central Regionals Showcase in Dallas, Texas. We're going to be facing, for this last game of the tournament, the Chicago Suckers. I believe it's a really good team. One of the teams of the caliber of some of the best teams in the tournament. So we'll see if the boys can come back after this morning second half. They were playing really well in the first half. They trailed 1-0. It was an unlucky goal, I believe, but they just went down a little bit on the second game, the second half. Let's see if they can recover and try to get back into the type of soccer we're used to see from them. So game's supposed to start in about 10 minutes, but we've been starting early. So hopefully we'll start soon. The kids need to then pack and head to the airport to fly back to Tampa. The team is flying back tonight, this evening, as well as most of the parents that came here. So we'll see if they can come and win the last game. It's been a cold morning, especially yesterday, and a pretty sunny afternoon on the 80s, but with a strong sun, so it feels hot in the middle of the day here in Dallas. And we'll go out for commercials. Right, and we're getting ready to start this fourth game. We have the Chicago Suckers with the white uniform on the right side right now, and the Chargers, Clearwater Chargers, with the Ronald McDonald official colors on the left side. Looks like we're gonna go. We're gonna play soccer and then we're gonna give some Happy Meals at the end of the. All right, so here we go. Here we go. Same protocol at every game with the 3 referees walking in all the way to the midfield, and both teams shaking hands ahead of the game. Looks like Luka is going to be the captain. Goal, Duran is going to play the whole game. The Andre, Maximus Brito, Anadel, Nick, Carlos, Luka, Jordan, Danny, Eric, and I would say that's probably Maximo, but I don't know for sure. Yes, 39 Maximo. He has to turn all the way to know it's the 39 because the other one is 38. So Maximo and Maximus probably playing the wings. Let's see, it's strong this time. Some big kids on the Chicago Sockers as well. All right, looks like. All right, then looks like Maximo is going to play on the left wing. Maximus on the right wing. Jordan probably center forward, playing at number 10. Carlos Lugo behind him. Luka and Anadel, the left wing for Eric. Center defenders Nick and Andre, and on the right back, Danny. Duran playing goalie. So this is the starting 10, and I was told by my assistant to start the clock. I've had some issues today with the assistants not being able to remind me, but it looks like after a pet talk, now they are alert and they let me know. All right, and first half starts with the ball for the Chargers. Danny's going to play back to Andre. Andre back to Carlos. Carlos with Maximus. 40 is trying to take the ball. Maximus gets it back. Maximus to Carlos. Carlos with pressure by number 3. 14 is going to take that ball. 14, dangerous ball for 19. Dangerous ball, but well cleaned by Nick, and number 14 fouls from the number 19 fouls from the ground. Andrew's going to put that ball in play. Andrew plays short for Anadel. Anadel turns around, back to Danny. Danny with pressure. Danny cuts around. Danny back to Andrew. Andrew will have to clear that ball. He punts the ball high for Maximus. Maximus is not going to be able to take that ball before it bounces out of play. Ball for Anadel. Anadel cannot control. Andrew covering that number 19, but it came out of bounds. It was out of bounds, so it's going to be side throw for first. Ball back to Carlos. Carlos throws to Andre. Andre opens for Nick. Nick with pressure. Throws, but Knighton was there, and that's a handball. No call, and Nick's still fighting on that ball. Maximus coming down to cover 10. Number 10 goes around. He will put that ball in the middle, and Nick takes the ball. And I don't know what the call is here. Something happened really far away from where the ball was being played, and the ref just stopped the play. I'm not sure why. And now he lets it there, but he just cut a counterattack. I'm not sure what was the purpose of that. Luka playing for Eric. Eric turns around, plays back for Nick. Nick back to Luka, pressure. Luka to Andre. Andre back to Anadel. Good opening. Anadel tries to play along for Jordan, but the ball goes to 85, and 85 plays back to the goalie, number 23. Ball is back from 89. Pressure by Jordan, and he takes advantage of that. Okay. First call was, and good pressure there. Maximus took that ball, 89 recover, good pressure by Jordan. And now it's going to be a throw for the Chargers. The ref has been doubting if going left or right a couple of times already. Ball back to Eric. Eric opens from Nick. Nick, long way for Danny. Good change. Danny quickly for Maximus. Maximus, back to Danny, but number 14 took that ball. Anadel in front of him. Good pressure by Anadel. Luka gets the ball. Luka has turn around. He turns around for Nick. Nick, long ball for Maximus. Maximus jumps, heads back. It looks like the Suckers will take the ball. Carlos recovers. Back to Anadel. Anadel for entry. A little bit too short. 14 now takes the ball. Nick in him. Nick in front of him. Oh my God! And a quick counter, and the Suckers score first. That's just like 4 minutes into the game. That's something you don't want to happen that early. Duran found the number 14 in front of him quickly, and 14 just did like a soft touch to get the ball to the other side. Unfortunately, we go down again, and hopefully the kids were playing really good. They were controlling the ball and the pace, so I hope that they continue doing the same. They don't try to play anything else. Jordan, great ball from Jordan. Jordan for Maximus, a little bit too long. Maximus fighting with 12, and he's going to be kicked out of bounds. Maximus put the ball quickly for Anadel. Anadel lets it bounce. He's going to play back to Nick. Nick has options. He goes for Luka. Luka can play with Eric. Eric, 9 in front of him. Eric plays with Maximo back to Eric. Eric turns around, good cut. Back to Maximo, but apparently the ball got out of bounds. This is going to be a Suckers ball. Good play there by Maximo, taking that ball out. He cuts around. He passes to Jordan. Good opportunity. Jordan charging all the way. Jordan. Oh, just was a little bit too long of a control. And the ball came out of bounds for goal kick. Suckers put it quickly in play. Long ball for number 19. Nick in front of him. Nick pushing down. That's probably going to be a yellow, but that's a good foul. You need to do that foul, and if you're lucky and you don't get a yellow, you're stopping the other defender. So really smart, because you don't want to wait until the player's in the area. That's a spot that it's dangerous, but not as dangerous as that player running by himself. So good tactical call here by Nick. Smart play. Looks like they're going to put it in for a header. It's a righty kicking, so. Oh no, he's going directly, and that's something that I was not predicting, and they go and they scored the second one. It just won a little bit over the runs had, and that's, again, at this age, if they kick really well, it's hard for a 12-year-old to protect all that goal. It's not easy. This goal is for same size that the professional and the adults play. Ball is for Danny. Unfortunately, we're 2-0 without deserving that. Just the first two opportunities they score. Jordan fighting for that ball. Jordan fighting for that ball. Jordan fighting for that ball. He's just a fighter. He gets out of there. He's just, and he does a great pass for Luca, but the goalie gets there ahead. Great effort by Jordan. Unfortunately, Max protecting that ball. Great block there by Maximus. And the ball is going to be a Chargers ball. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Danny's going to put it long for Jordan. Jordan goes around 40. He's crossing in, dangerous. He has Luca. He sees Luca. Luca turns around. Luca! Oh! And finally, number 8 put it in the leg. And it was easy for the goalie, but the first clear opportunity for the Chargers. And now the counter, we need to be more aggressive on defense. We've been a little bit soft in the last half of the previous game, and unlucky on these two opportunities that they scored right away. So it's not their weekend, but hopefully it's kids can learn a little bit from this experience and know that there's a lot of effort, and you need to practice hard if you want to be at this top level and be positive. The ball now gets back to number 8. It gets to 14. Danny in front of him. Danny, careful there, Danny. And he goes to 19, and Nick kicks it hard. It looks like it bounced back out of one of the soccer players. Keep saying suckers. And good ball by 55, opening for 10. Another opportunity for the Sockers. Danny heads it out. Still a Sockers ball. Number 10 puts it in, and it all clears the danger. Everybody playing on our quarter of the field. Everybody in our side of the field. Danny takes that ball, and Adele fighting for that ball. Back to Jordan. Jordan gets it. He has Luca. Still, the Sockers take the ball back. Number 3 plays with 12. 12 charging ahead. 12 to 66, 63, 63, still 63. Cleared out. And number 10 takes the ball back. Maximo in front of them. Eric was shielding that, and the hit goes to a corner kick. So it looks like these two goals are we're paying a toll on our kids a little bit right now. And Sockers are clearly controlling the pace of the game. Long ball, clear by Nick. We have nobody waiting high just for a counter. All right, and still Sockers playing long. Nick is able to clear for Maximus. We should take this ball quickly out, and still we keep losing it right there. We are not able to get out of the pressure, and we are just playing in our area, waiting for another goal to be scored. Number 63 there. And now the goal, we're not getting out of the pressure. It's
Yellow, get it out of the goal. Kick it out.
And we're down 3-0. A game that we started really well, and again, it's getting Anadel cuts around. Anadel for Maximo. Maximo for Carlos will be anticipated by 40. 40 plays to 55. 55 goes around Eric. He's a fast kid. He's going to cross in. Eric was able to take that out. Ball for Carlos. Still Carlos. Carlos fighting with 63. 63 doesn't go for the ball, just goes for the body. The ref doesn't say anything. Number 3 with the ball now. He opens wisely for 12. Danny in front of him. Good cross. Cleared by Nick. The 14 has the ball. And Andre is going to just kick it long. And now it goes all the way to the goalie. But no pressure there. We were way behind. We're back. And now the Suckers play up again. 55 with the ball. He plays long for the right back. He's going to cross to 63. 63 hits it, and this time it's easy for Duran that is able to control the ball. He passes quickly for Maximo. Good throw there. And the ball is going to go back to Jordan. Jordan with pressure. 2-3 in front of him. It's going to be out of bounds for the Chargers. Eric's going to put it in play. Back to Eric. Eric to Anadel. Anadel opens wide for Danny. Danny goes around 14. Danny has some openings there. He plays for Maximus. Maximus, they did not understand, and the pass goes back to 14. 14, good opening for 19. Nick in front of him. Nick is still in front of him. Nice cut by 19. Nick is still in front of him. And Nick, they puts that leg there. Good job by Nick, taking momentarily the danger out. But now 12 is going there. Nick clearing that ball out. Good game, but we are not controlling. That defense. Looks like we're going to have 2 changes. Andre, Carlos, and Anadel are coming out. Looks like Thomas, Magnus, and Alex are coming in. Ball throw to 63. 63 to 14. 14 centers the ball. Magnus clears for 14. 14 plays back to number 40. Magnus takes that ball. Jordan still with the ball. Jordan to Magnus. Magnus back. And Jordan back to Tomas. Tomas too long. A little bit too long for Maximo. Good idea. Just went a little bit too hard. All right. Ball for Alex. Alex couldn't control that ball, and it's taken back. Number 63. He opens for 14, who scored the first goal. 14 turns around. to number 63. Looks like we cannot clear that ball. Alex, ball to number 9, and he kicks with the left a little bit to the side. Ball for Danny. Danny plays to Luca. Luca turns around. He has Nick. He sees him, plays with Nick. Nick with pressure by 65. Nick plays wide to Eric. Eric takes the ball down. Eric cuts back. Back to Nick. Nick to Magnus. Magnus plays with Thomas. Thomas for Maximus. Maximus back to Thomas. And finally, the ball is kicked out of bounds by Maximus, and it's going to be a Soccer's throw. Soccer still with the ball.
Nice ball.
Nice pass there. Alex chased that ball, took the danger out. Ball back to Alex. Alex plays for Nick. Nick with pressure. Need to talk here. We need to talk here. Nobody's telling him that there's a man on. And the ball back to Soccer's. Number 3 plays wide for number 10. Eric in front of him. Number 10 will go, and he tried to cross and corner kick. Looks like Eric was the last one to touch that ball. ¿Dónde estás yendo?
Ahorita me equivoqué.
Estoy mirándote. Luca's gonna get all the way to that ball. He turns around. Let's see if we can build a counter from here. Luca cuts. He has Alex. Alex with men on. The control is a little bit too long, but still with the ball. Ball back to Magnus. Magnus turns around, and 63 takes the ball. He plays with 9. 9 back to 14. 9 still with the ball. Danny in front of him. 14, 9 back to 12. He crosses, and Alex clears that ball. Looks like 14 is just in the ground. Looks like he got hurt in that last play with Danny. Break for a snack. We're back. Still in the first half. Score. Doing some breathing exercises here on the sidelines. I'm trying to find my namaste or whatever you're supposed to find. Relax a little bit. Yes, we're not looking good right now. So not that many positive things in this game so far. Other than the start of the beginning of the half, we're playing good, controlling. Another silly goal, and then we're just all the playing plan goes to hell. Number 14 again in front of Duran, and scores another one. So score with only half time, not even half time, it's already 4-0, and this is we're 20 minutes into it.
You haven't heard sunglasses for him just to wear for the game? Yeah, Selena has my bag, and that's
So ball back to Alex. Alex for Luka. Luka plays with Tomas. Tomas goes around 3, being pushed down. Clear foul. Luka back to Nick. Nick back to Luka. That ball goes back to 19. Ball still for Sockers. Alex tries to clean. Back to 9. 9 opens for 14. Danny takes that ball. Danny and 14 fighting each other. A lot of back and forth there. Danny puts it back all the way to Nick. Nick, nice opening for Magnus. Magnus opens wide for Eric. 55 takes that ball. .55 for 9. 9 opens for 12. Good combination by the Sockers. Crossing in the middle. 19 gets that ball, and Luka finally takes it out. Eric can clean up, but the rebound goes back into the area. And halftime. We're going to try to be positive and hope that the next half is better. Score is 4-0. We'll be back. Watching at home, that's the 14U team that just came here from the airport. They're starting to play tomorrow and Monday. So some of the teammates from Mateo Lazier are on that team, most of them. And they're just having a good time in the halftime. Getting ready to start the second half. The referee is calling the two teams to come in. Looks like they don't want to come to play. We'll see if there's any change on the players coming out and on the attitude in the field. Let's see if they can at least try to make up a little bit for the first half. Suckers look like they're really excited. All right, let's go through the changes. Again, Duran in goal. He's going to play the entire game. In the middle of the defense, Andrew and Nick. Left back is going to be Eric. Right back is going to be Alex. In the midfield, I see Luca and Adele. And the game starts now. Second half starts now with the ball for Nick. Nick playing long. 21 is going to take that ball. 21 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 8. Still the ball for 8. 8's going to kick. Crossing easy for Duran. Duran's going to open for Alex. Alex on the left, on the right side, right wing right now, plays for Tomas. Tomas back to Alex, but the Suckers take that ball. Cross the middle, Nick head, and that's a handball. Well seen. 72 jump in front of Nick with a hands up, so that's a ball. Ball goes to Eric. Eric cannot save that ball, and the ball goes out of bounds, and it goes back in. The throw just took some wind. There's a little bit of breeze, and it's going to be Chargers ball again. Eric tried to get to Samuel. Looks like Samuel fouled at number 9. And it's going to be a foul on the right side of the Sockers attack. Not really excited to call this second half unless I see like a little bit of effort here from the boys. Hopefully we see that. 17, pull back. Dangerous play there because you can pull it and make him fall, and that's a PK. But finally the kick got to. And now the counter for Samuel. He tried to pass 41. 41, it's a big kid. Did not get in. Nick plays to.
Sigue peleando, Samu, no te dejes.
And they'll try to recover that ball, but Knight takes it. Knight to 8, 8 to 17. 17 plays to 63. 63 cuts around. We're not controlling the pace right now. We're not controlling the ball. Ball back to Tomas. Tomas recovers, and he gets fouled. Magnus puts it in play for Luka. Luka back to Alex. Alex cuts around and passes to Magnus. Magnus passes to Anadel. Anadel back to Tomas. Tomas tries to play long. 40 takes the ball. Tomas still playing with the ball. He plays for Alex, but the Sockers take the ball. Finally, Luka controlling, but 63 recovers that ball for the Sockers. Sockers still controlling the ball, playing to 9. 9 to 60. Samuel doing a lot of effort there, fighting up and down. And finally, Eric passes back to Duran. Duran to Andre. Andre with some pressure. He kicks and the rebound goes out of bounds. I'm going to sit a little bit. Duran playing that ball short for Andre. Andre plays for Luka. Luka almost loses that ball, but Magnus recovers. Magnus back to Alex. Alex charging ahead. Alex tries to pass to the middle, but the Sockers recover.
Keep talking, Sammy. Keep talking, keep talking. You're wide open. Keep talking to them.
Sockers still with the ball. Eric taking that ball. Good job by Eric, and that's a foul. 19 tackle Eric, so .32 plays back to Luka. Luka to Andre. Andre long ball for Tomas. I don't know about that call. It looks like he called an offside. He definitely has a better angle than we do from here, so we'll agree to that. Maximus trying to find that ball. Magnus recovers. Back to Tomas. Tomas plays to Andre. Andre long ball trying to get to Maximus. Again offside. I believe this was a clear one. Long ball from the Sockers goes all the way to directly out of bounds. Eric playing with Samu. Samu fighting back, and he gets the out of bounds. Little kid with a lot of heart. Nick playing for Luca. Luca lets that ball go, and 63 recovers. Back to 22. 22, Magnus gets it back, trying to play with Alex. Alex with pressure of 22. He gets that bounce back. And finally, I don't know what they're calling. Okay, out of bounds. Looks like the ball crossed, according to the linesman. And it's going to be Sarker's ball. After a little nap, the Suckers are now on the counter. Nick clears that ball. 22 heads back. Luca back to Tomas. Tomas could not control that ball, and it goes out of bounds for the Suckers.
Eso, mijo. Mira cómo calienta. Ese es dilacho.
Maximus playing with Anadel. 62 recovers, and finally Luca takes it back. He plays with Alex. Alex with Magnus. Magnus cuts around, plays to the middle. Suckers are going to take that ball. 9 opens to 19. Eric is in front, and Eric plays wisely back to Duran. Duran, good opening for Samu. Samu tries to go around, but 40 anticipates that cut and takes the ball. Dangerous cross now. And Andrew finally clears. Back to Maximum. Maximus fighting with Goliath in front of him. And the Suckers take the ball, 12 on the attack. Back to 62. 62 in the ground. Luca takes the ball. Luca back to Andre. Andre opens for Alex. Alex, long ball. It's going to go directly out of bounds. Back from their defense. Ball goes to 40. 40 is letting it go, so it's going to be out of bounds. And Sammy's going to put it quickly in play for Maximus. Maximus gets that ball taken away. And the Suckers are starting another counter. Number 12 for 37. Andrew on top of him. Andrew takes the ball. Back for Nadal. Nadal to Luca. Luca tried to play with Tomas. Ball too long. Tomas fighting there, but still ball for the Suckers too easy in that area, too easy in the midfield. They were not controlling that. Sammy takes the ball. Sammy cuts around. He plays back to Nick. Nick tries to clean. Eric tries to clean. 2 or 3 players there playing in the ground. Finally, Eric gets it to Sammy. Sammy plays with Anadel. Anadel has Maximus. He tried to play long. Maximus tried to control that. And finally, 41 is going to play back to the goalie. Easy for the goalie. Maximus in front of him. And he throws to Tomas. Tomas cuts around, but he falls in his light there. And Sockers took back the ball. Magnus almost recovers that ball. Ball back to number 9. 9 points to 19. 19. 33.
Come on, Sammy. Good job, Sammy.
Just trying to put pressure on top. Nick's going to be able to recover that one. He plays back for Duran. Duran opens for Alex. Alex with 22 in front of him. Covers the ball. Could not, so it's going to be out of bounds for the Chargers. Looks like there's going to be 3 changes on the Chargers right now. Eric, Nick, and Tomas coming out. And it looks like Mateo is going to play in the field. Danny is going to also play. So Mateo's on the left back, Danny right back. Oh, Carlos also came in. He's the one with the ball right now. Number 9 takes it back from the Sockers. Plays back to his defense.
Pressure, pressure, pressure. Good job, Sammy.
Sammy
I like it.
anticipates that pass and covers it. Still Sockers ball.
Va Mateo, no te dejes.
Number 9 playing to 19. Luca controlling that. The cross goes all the way to 12. And Enadel is able to cut back for Magnus for Jordan. Jordan in front of him. 8 will take the ball. He's going to play back. Carlos right there. And the
Hey, get back.
still looks like it's out of bounds for the Sockers. So Chargers going to throw. Danny throws to Magnus, who lets the ball pass, and it goes to Sockers. And it all recovers, tries to open for Samuel, but 40 is there. 40 is opening for 22. 22 opens again for 63. 63, dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. 63 was there, and finally, Luca cut it out. About 10 minutes left of this game and this showcase. And the corner kick headed out by Jordan. Back to Sammy. Sammy could not get rid of the pressure.
Va Mateo, gánale.
Mateo is going to touch the first ball of this game. Mateo back to Alex. Alex
Buena, Chato,
to
buena.
Luca. Luca back to Mateo.
Vamos, Mateo.
Mateo gets
Levántate.
foul.
Bien, Mateo.
Mateo gets foul. I think it's the first time he gets fouled in 3 or 4 years. Mateo plays for Andre. Andre to the side to Danny. Danny, long ball. I think Jordan was in offside, no call, so I'm not going to argue that one. Ball goes back to Danny. Danny's going to play with Luca. Luca has...
Sammy, habla, Sammy.
He plays back to Alex. Alex to Andre. Andre opens for Danny. Danny plays to Jordan, offside. I did not see this one. Jordan was running from the back, so maybe it was an offside.
Sam. 9.
Long ball is going to go all the way to Mateo. Mateo
Wide.
plays wide for Andre. Andre kicks to Danny. Danny cannot control that ball, so it's going to be out of bounds for the Chargers. Suckers put the ball in play. Cross to 9. 9 plays back. Opening for 19. Mateo in front of him. They play for 9. Anadel in front of him. Careful Anadel, careful Anadel. Good job Anadel. Anadel takes that ball. He plays for Samu, but 40 gets in front of him and Samu recovers. We have a counter here. The long pass all the way to Carlos didn't get there, and the Suckers recovered the ball. "19" uses the hand, and that's a handball, so they'll play back for some Andre directly to 22, but Luca recovers. Luca back to Danny. Danny plays back to Andre, but 17 was there and takes the ball. He's on the corner, Andre in front of him. Back to 22, back to 17. Still 17 there. Crosses to the middle. Mateo kicks it away to Carlos. Carlos, nice control. He plays down to Danny. Danny tries to heel back to Carlos, but the Suckers take the ball. Danny's still fighting with 22 for that ball. 22 kicks for 17. 17 is going to cross, and good job there by Duran taking that cross, and now playing short for Luca. Luca with pressure to Anadel. Anadel plays to the other side, but the Suckers recover. A lot of the action happening now on that left wing for the Suckers, where 17 and 22 are trying to get through Danny. Danny getting strong, but 22 takes the ball, and now the challenge by Magnus doesn't get called. Ball to the middle for number 9. That's dangerous, but easy kick, and Sammy gets the ball quickly. Whoa, big strong challenge there. Sammy still taking.
Go, Jordan, go fast.
Sammy still with the ball, pressure, finally gets back to Jordan. Nice cut by Jordan. Jordan charges ahead. 41 kicks the ball behind, and Jordan takes it back. A lot of pressure by Jordan and 41. Back and forth. I don't know what the referee is thinking, but he needs to call something. Either way, but you cannot let two kids fight like that and not call a foul. That's not good refereeing right there.
Hey, get back, turn around.
Because then you do some totally arbitrary decision at the end. Looks like Anadel is going to come out for Maximus. Long ball for Mateo. Mateo controls, plays for Carlos. Carlos to Samu. Samu cannot control that ball. Is going to be out of bounds.
Work.
Ball back to the Chargers. Mateo crossing back to Duran. Duran will open to 26 to Alex. Alex back to Mateo. Mateo has some space in front of him. He opens for Carlos. Carlos, good play for Jordan. What? No way. That's not an offside. That's not an offside. I could see this when I was online, and that's not the right call. But anyway, we're 4-0. Long ball for Danny. Danny plays back to Duran. Duran takes no hostages there and kicks high back to Danny. Danny for Andre. Andre long ball. Clearly offside. Clearly offside. This was clear. He was about 6 feet ahead. Midfield. If you're past the midfield and you're the last attacker, and there's only one defender or the goalie in front of you, that's an offside. And this was an offside. Long ball. Mateo is going to be able to cross that. Mateo plays for Carlos. Carlos with pressure by 19. He's going to call a foul on Carlos.
Vamos, vamos.
And that's not a bad thing to do, pulling back when you're losing the control in there, but the ref saw it. And 41 is going to put it in play.
Look back at 19.
Luca recovers that ball. Luca plays long for Maximo, but anticipated gets taken by the Sockers, number 3 playing with 21. Jordan pressure on top of him. Another pressure by Samuel. It's going to be a foul. Foul on Samuel. So it's going to be a Chargers ball. Mateo here on the sideline showing his baseball skills, throwing far. That ball, you guys couldn't see that. And Andrew's going to put that ball in play. High line, high offside line, and Andrew plays for Mateo. Mateo with some space, charging ahead, 19 in front of him. Mateo cannot come back, but he recovers that ball, and it's out of bounds. Mateo does not agree with that call. Apparently he thought the last kid to touch it was well, a physical game here on that corner right now. Alex takes the ball for Samuel. Samuel back to the middle for Carlos. Carlos to...
Watch your line, watch your line. Damn! The line, you're outside.
Oh my God. So Maximus was not an offside. There's 2 players on offside, but you
Outside
could...
the whole time asking for the ball.
You have to watch the line when you're an attacker, because these kids are doing a good job playing on defense, playing the line, and getting us on offside position. Long ball for 19. 19 with Mateo in front of him. He opens for 10. 10 has no opposition. 10 cuts back, goes around Mateo, crosses to the middle. 12 with the ball. He crosses easy for Duran. And Duran's going to play short for Andre. Andre, long ball. And that's might go all the way to Sammy. Sammy controls. A little bit too much of a control, too long, and the Suckers recover back. Number 10 with the ball. Number 10 with the ball. He plays for 19. 19 back to 10. Mateo in front of him. They play short for 17. 17 hits hard, and it just hit really strong. Alex in the head. He looks like he's hurt. Hopefully it's nothing. Looks like it was just a Just the impact in the head just got him a little bit. And it looks like this is the end of the game. And we're gonna cut the connection now. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully next tournament is a little bit better. See you.